Okay guys, we're just going to the garden centre now. I don't usually shop in the garden centre, but time is of the essence and I haven't got time to shop about. I mean, I'm a big believer in buying something, spending decent money on something. Don't be buying cheap, obviously. You don't get the quality and it doesn't usually last in whatever you're buying. Try and get the most expensive one, but if you're getting something that's the same, then obviously I would try and get one that's reasonable to buy. Yeah, so we'll just take it in here now, spin you around, and let's have a look at where we're going. I might be backwards to you, I'm not sure. Okay, I'll turn you off. Just come into the garden centre now, just going to get some garlic for the allotments, but this is fabulous, this, isn't it? I'm not even a Christmassy type of guy, I just don't like Christmas. I think it just gets in the way. I am a bit of a bar humbug. That's fantastic, isn't it? That is just, it's brilliant. I mean, well done to the garden centre. I've noticed with this little garden centre though, they tend to have a lot of displays and they're all fabulous. I don't know who's responsible for the displays, but they are good. There's another display. I mean, this is going to be an allotment video, but I just can't resist getting some of these. They're fabulous. So I'll show you the few that they've got set up. Okay guys, I'm getting a bit bewildered in here now because it's completely being taken over by the Christmas theme and Christmas sales. So we're now going to find somewhere now down here to look for garlic. We want some garlic and we want some winter onions, but I am finding nowhere. It's either clothes or Christmas stuff, so we will try and find it. I'll ask someone, but you know what men are like for directions. You don't want to ask. Probably haven't got any in actually, to be honest with you. And this is the first time ever I've walked around talking to my phone, apart from a conversation that's actually on the phone. I can see people, look, oh no he hasn't. I thought this fella here would turn around and wonder what I'm doing. But, okay, it looks like I'm going to have to ask somebody, because I can't find anything. Okay, I'll get back to you in a sec.
Into Christmas one?
I think something strange happening here, folks, because I'm starting to get a feeling all Christmassy when you see little things like this. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, this is an allotment program, so video. So, okay guys, I've just had to ask the nice gentleman here that works here. He's just sorted me out with some garlic, and I'm going to ask for some. Have you got any winter onions? Onions that can overwinter? And we'll just have a look at the little display here. What have we got? Or anything that can go in now, to be honest.
No, very little. Basically, it's
I'll put some garlic in.
garlic. Two different
Right.
varieties.
Right, so we've bought right, you can pronounce it. Carcassonne. Carcassonne. I actually don't know. Never heard of it before. White garlic. So we've got that. Bloody hell, there's another one with a weird... I thought it was okay with the Latin. Lautrec. Lautrec. There'll be someone commenting telling me how to pronounce it, which is fair enough. I don't know. Okay, so we've got them, and we'll get them in. Okay guys, we're going a bit up market now. We're going into pound stretcher. So I'll take it over into pound stretcher now. Let's see if they've got them in there. Okay, no luck in there. Try somewhere else. Try and get the onions somewhere else. So I'll get back to you when I get them. Okay. Okay guys, we're going for the onions now into B&M. which is, I think you've seen before in other videos. It's a cheap shop, and as I say, what I was trying to explain earlier on in the video is I'm not big licks with the money. In fact, if anyone knows me, I'm a little tightwad. I don't like spending. But what was I trying to explain was, if you're getting 2 articles of the same thing and they're identical, then obviously buy the cheaper one of the 2. Why would you spend more money on something? That's what I was trying to say. So the likes of here now, if these sell onions and they're X amount, and then the garden centre sell onions and they're X amount and dearer, then I'd come here, if that's making a bit more sense. So that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, we'll go in now and just see if they've got them. So I'll just switch it off while we're walking through, because I've got nothing to say. Okay guys, I wasn't going to show you this, but this is just an example of like a cheap shop. Look at the display. I mean, I don't want to knock anyone, I'm not a nasty person, but there is a massive difference in the display from here to the garden centre, and that's the point I was making when I said it was fabulous. Anyway, let's get the onions. Okay, no luck, so onward and upward, we'll get them. Okay, finally got them. We're at Sycamore Garden Centre, and we've got the onions. Sound. Senshiu again, Senshiu. Right, and we're off. We'll go and plant them. See you soon. Well, we've finally arrived at our garlic, our onions. Let's get going. Let's go and plant them up. Take it over now. You can hear that squelching as I go. It's been very, very wet. Put me off coming really. Time as well. But obviously, even when you've got the time, it could be raining, so it's an absolute double-edged sword. So let's get these. Oh, throw my gloves in. I'll pick them up now. Right, so that's, we're going to get them in today. And this is it. The sun's out. It looks great. A bit chilly, but as you know, us gardeners, us allotmenteers, it's still cold. Okay, well the ground's a little bit damp at the moment, so I'm going to take the rake, and what I'm going to do is just get a channel ready for the onions and the garlic. It says it's supposed to be quite firm, treaded, but I think it's a bit too wet to tread, so what I'll do is I'll rake it level, and then I'll work off a board and just pat it down with the rake. I think that'll be the best. Used to have all sorts of boards, planks lying around. We burnt everything, so I haven't got any now. It's always the way when you get rid of something, you'll find out you need it. I haven't gone right to the end of the plot because it needs some more board and some hoarding up at the end to stop the soil going up. But what I'll do is I'll start here and I'll add to that later when we get some more wood to put down the bottom. So that's not a problem. want to walk on it. It should do enough. Probably do more harm than good walking on it when it's wet. I think that should do. Another small tip which you probably know, but I'll tell you anyway. If you're ever going to put a rake down on the floor, or when you finish with the rake, don't put it down. Obviously danger. Always put it up. At the point leaning on a wall or a fence, or whatever you can. At the end of the head, up, out the way. And I brought my trowel as well, but I don't think I need the trowel, I think I need a dibber. Okay, I've got myself a dibber. Cost me a fortune. It's a special dibber. Okay. And all the space we need, utilize all the space. You could use a plank for this to get a straight line, or a string line, but I'm not here to win any competitions, and I think I can get a pretty much straight line just as it is like this, so if it runs out slightly, it doesn't really matter, but I think it'll be pretty straight anyway. As much as I like gardening, and as much as I like doing the vegetable plot, I think it's much better fun eating the onions than planting them. onions then. And obviously we just make sure they're the right way up. You can see a little bit of growth there, a little bit of dead leaf, and then there's a little bit of a root base. So the base obviously goes down. I think you all know that. And then we want it just sticking up slightly, just to the shoulder. The holes I've done aren't bad, but every now and then, if I just look and I think it looks a bit too deep, I'll just push a little bit with my finger and I just fill the hole slightly back like that, because you don't want these too deep, but you want them to just stick up like that. And it does pay to just give them a bit of a check just before you put it in, just in case you get it the wrong way around and the roots are at the top. So we will need a few more holes because I do like onions. And it's like every veg, if they come up then great, sometimes they don't all come up. So it doesn't matter how many you plant, you might only be left at 10, 20, something like that. So we'll put some more holes in. And we'll dip it away. So. Now, I wasn't counting the holes, so we may run out of onions, but when we run out of onions, we run out of onions. And that ain't a problem. In fact, I'll do this row first and work this way. I haven't taken over the allotment to meet friends or anything like that. I mean, by all means, if you meet someone at the allotment and you make a friend, that's great. But I've heard so many things spoke about getting out to people, you know, try something new, have an allotment, meet new friends. There's no one ever here. It's always empty. If I got an allotment to actually meet someone, I'd be very disappointed. But luckily, I've got it to grow me veg. But it would be nice if someone was up here, where you could have a cup of tea with someone. There's never anyone here. Apart from a blazing hot sunny day, which, you know, I'll be working then anyway, but that's to be expected then, isn't it? So, really what I wanted to do, a good idea is, if anyone's got a laminating machine, just laminate one of these, and then you've got the actual one with everything on it. I haven't bothered doing it myself. I'm just going to put this down, and I'll just put it under a brick or a rock or something to keep it there. So that's good enough to show us what it is. And I will write it down in a book just to keep for reference. I mean, they'll rot and disappear in no time, those labels. But if we write it down in a book and they're nice, you know, it's only after eating, cutting the meat and cooking, you find out if they're worth sowing again. So we'll find out. But I'll do the garlic now. So I'll move it along. I think I needed my trowel after all. Okay. So I'm not going to dig holes for England. What I'm going to do is break these first and count them. Get as near as damn it with the holes. Nice and healthy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Approximately 10. Well, it is 10, but I mean, you'll might get 10 or 9 on this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So approximately 10. Or actually approximately 11, isn't it? These have to go the same way, roots, basal root and a little stem, but they go about an inch under from the top. The others are on show, these go under. I think I'm just in time for it starting to rain. I might just get caught. I haven't got my wet gear on today, guys, so if it starts raining, I'm off. Got some really tiny ones there, but I'm going to put them in anyway. I'll put them at the end and we'll see what happens to them. Because I did read once that when you put onions in, or sets or garlic, it doesn't matter how big they are when you go in, they can all grow the same. So that would be a nice little thing to see. I'll put the little ones at the very end. I should imagine that if something like that is growing against something like that, it will do better. Be nice to find out. So the smallest are near this end. Tiny. I'm going to put an extra one just there. That's another tiny one. And that's it for now. We planted the onions and the garlic. That's plenty if they all come up. They might not all come up. And to be honest, that's more than what I need there for garlic. I do like garlic. There's the rain. So we need something to go on there now. So guys, I'll have to turn it off because I'm using my phone and I don't want my phone to get... Okay, I'll just give these a slight covering. It's a bit damp, it's a bit wet, hard to do perfectly, but that should just do for them. See, I'm not 100% prepared today, and another good tip is, obviously when the shoots come up you'll see where they are, but for now, if you just had a bag of sand, I'm not ready today because it's damp. I just needed to get in while I could, but I usually have like a little bag of sand with me, and what I'll do is whenever I put anything in a row and I finished, I'll put like a tip in a cup, or if it's very dry sand, put it in a bottle and tip it out, and you put it where the row is, and you'll see where it is for weeding and things, or hoeing or anything like that. So you could actually put little rows of sand on top of your rows to define where they are. But again, I just got here today as soon as I could. This looks a little rogue one here, doesn't it? Look what's happened here. Gotta look after him, get him in alright. So that's okay. That I don't want to rake any of them because they're sticking up. If the soil was a little bit drier, that's where your sand comes in. Your sand's brilliant for something like that. I'll just see if there's any of this that I can just knock over. You know, that's probably fine. Any water that we're going to get now. And with the birds pulling them out, another good little tip is to just put a little bit of chicken wire over, because the birds think the little leaves that are sticking out, the stems that are sticking out, are worms, and then you drag them out. Come on, you bugger. So if we get this over, just lay it on the ground, nothing special, and it'll just deter them once they do start coming out. See, nothing special, just leave that there, and that'll definitely help. Yes, that'll do, mate. Okay. So we shall leave it there. Just a quick look, but nothing's changed. These obelisks, I made these, God, years ago. About, oh, I reckon 7, maybe 8 years ago. There's two. There should be another one somewhere. Oh, there it is. And I was going to make them and sell them because I do like doing woodwork, but again, it's time, so I didn't get to do it. But you just need probably a lick of preservative creosote or something like that. So yeah, that's everything today anyway. So I've got them in, and if I can get any overwintering cabbages, I'll get them in as well. But I haven't done any, and I don't think it's time to do them now. I'm not really, as I said, I'm not well up on vegetables. But you know, every day's a school day. I'm learning. So I'll see you all soon, and take care.